This is Andrew Wicklund with Project Risk Consultants. We're in step 4 of the risk process. What we're going to do now is go through the duration quick risk in Primavera Risk. And when you're looking at this as a 7-step risk process, so you're importing, you're validating, you're going through and doing schedule checks. All the 4th step for your uncertainty is located in this section right here. So we're going to look at the duration quick risk. The next step will be the external risk events or the risk register, which is right here. And then the next section will be running the analysis. So right now we're in step 4. I'm going to click on risk menu, duration quick risk. And all the duration quick risk does is it takes the remaining duration and takes the minimum, likely, and maximum values as a percentage based on the original or the remaining duration. So what I'll do is go ahead and cancel out. I'm going to select the entire column for minimum and just hit delete on my keyboard. That's going to clear all my risk values. So now I'm working with a clean slate. Once again, the risk menu, duration quick risk. And the first option is, do I want to do all tasks in the plan, all filtered tasks, or selected tasks only? Generally, if you're going to do filtered tasks, it's better to do a templated quick risk, because a templated quick risk is a cross between a filter and a duration quick risk. So selected tasks, if I were to swipe some of these activities like this by holding left clicking on the spacer bar on the left, it will show selected tasks only, so it would only load my 3-point estimates on those tasks. So I'm going to do all tasks in the plan. Now you've got 4 distribution types that will let you do on the quick risk. These are the most common types, especially the triangular and the beta pert. Uniform is used as well. We'll go ahead and stick with triangular. If we don't have information that suggests we do otherwise, that's kind of our fail-safe, that or a beta pert. So we're going to take a minimum, a likely, and a maximum duration. And when we're doing this, generally what we're trying to do is test the network up front. If you get data in internally or from a contractor that said, well, we ran through a risk analysis and we said every activity on the schedule has the exact same level of risk, it's pretty obvious that they were only trying to get a chart out to you. It's impossible to justify over a large amount of activities that every single activity has the exact same level of uncertainty. It's normally done just to generate an answer. From an owner's point of view or internally, it's important to ask for the inputs. It's great that you tell me the answer, but how'd you generate it? So we're going to go ahead and just click OK here. And I'm going to do a 95, 100, 120 spread. So this would say, hey, our durations are doable. However, there's more pessimism to them than there is upside. I'm going to click OK. And you'll notice now the remaining duration was 10. The minimum likely were 10. And the maximum was 12. On one of these bigger durations, when you look, we had a 95%. So the minimum became 95% of 50, 48. The most likely is 100%, and then the maximum is 120% of that 50. So now I've got my 3-point estimates loaded on the schedule for me. Another thing that's important is I've got a check mark in this duration quick risk to overwrite my existing estimates. Now that I have estimates on everything, if I were to go in and say, well, this is a really fat schedule, actually there's a lot of contingency. There's at least 15% contingency. So I want to rerun it and see reality now. And I click OK. If I don't check mark that and I click OK, notice it does not change the values at all. So I need to come back in here, check the values, and then click OK. I think the safest way to do that is when you're loading values on, just to make sure you didn't make any mistakes or nothing could be going odd in the project. If you select this minimum or maximum column and hit delete on the keyboard, you zero out the risk. Then I can come back in here and apply it. That way you don't have to worry about a check mark box or anything else. I can leave it unchecked, I can check it, it doesn't matter. It's a clean slate. I click OK, and now I've got more optimistic durations on here. So this 50-day duration is actually 38 to 48 days when we rolled off our contingency. So now what we've done is use our quick risk. We've put pessimism on it, we've put optimism on it, but it just puts a blanket of risk over everything based on percentage values.